as we bitch about Star Trek Discovery. I'm here with the Common Man cast and Maxis. So, and Rambling Canuk, because he's apparently exists. Who knew? Wow,
That was the thing.
Good job.
I feel like I'm about to watch a Minecraft video from 2011.
I mean,
Uber.
yeah, we had to kick out Call Me Carson. It's fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, hey guys.
Okay. Hey,
Hi.
all 0 viewers.
Welcome. Hey, don't worry, our show gets like 0 viewers. I'm used
Some
to
days,
it.
yeah.
Oh, well, at least we can still bitch about it.
Yeah.
So, who wants to start? Let's go with everyone's favorite lieutenant, Maxis.
Sup?
Wait, why am I starting with it?
Because you're the first one next to me.
Hold on. Okay. Well, how should we start with this dumpster fire? Let's see here. First of all, I silenced my phone.
Going against the wall.
And I'm the one drinking. What the hell?
Hey, I'm drinking too. Stop that.
Oh, good. Yeah. Then you have an excuse.
Yep. Except I'm only like 3 sips into it. So we'll go from there. I have no idea how to start. I'm sorry. You might want to go next.
Okay, Farm.
Man, this was your idea. You get it started.
Fine.
Exactly.
Can't we just sum this shit up by going, even the goddamn admiral in the show is wrong? It is pretty bad for shit. Should have been the quote.
Yeah,
it is pretty bad for fucking shit. I swear to God. Like these episodes have bloody transforming starships, literal transformers. But yes, the Discovery, as it's leaving, the show opens up this episode with the Discovery mid-battle being fired on by about, I don't know, 8 starships, each 1,000 years more advanced than the Discovery, and it does not get blown out of the sky.
Oh, but you forgot they refitted it, so now it's fucking
Yeah,
more
it's got
magic
the
than
refit,
before.
dude.
Oh, of course.
Refit.
Magic refit with magic metal.
Fucking magic
It got
mushroom.
refit by people who think refit means slap more paint on it.
Yeah, and who think that
Don't forget the A. Don't forget the
magnetic
A.
cells in space are a good idea.
I will never acknowledge the Discovery as an actual NCC. I claim that as, a Vulcan psyop. I'm just saying that right now. As a representative of the Romulan people, this is all a Vulcan psyop. We disavow everything.
Even the Vulcans disavow it. They don't even call their planet Vulcan anymore in this timeline.
Nope.
No, it is. Oh yes, Travis. In this timeline, the Vulcans and the Romulans are now one species, and their homeworld is their homeworld is called Nivar.
Excuse me 1 minute, whiskey. Come here.
Yeah,
over the mouth and through the gums. Come on, stomach, make it fun.
I already done 2 shots of rum.
Yeah, we need. For everyone who watched this episode, I feel sorry for our existence.
Okay, so first off, no. Second off, fuck no. Third, the people have been separated so long that their biology, like thousands of years of biology, has changed between the two.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have.
Work properly anymore.
I have.
But Revan, you buried the lead on that.
Oh, I'm
buried
sorry.
the lead on that. See, Travis, what you mistakenly don't understand is what they explained in Star Trek Discovery was that Great Spock himself could not unify the Romulans and the Vulcans.
Hold on.
But the great Michael Burnham could.
What? No. Yeah. The Romulans looked at her and said,
She finished what her brother started.
No.
Ain't that lovely?
I do not accept this.
Travis, you don't have to accept it, but it's the bullshit they're peddling.
Oh,
I saw that fucking
Come
episode.
here, whiskey, you're going down again.
Travis, 900 years. So the entire what's going on was a B plot was Michael Burnham was wondering what happened to her mother, not looking, wondering. Okay.
Oh, wait, Revan. Can I
Yes?
make Travis have alcohol poisoning?
Well, I think that's the goal
I mean,
of
he
this.
does
stream,
that
but-
well.
All right, so we're gonna do it real quick. So Travis,
What?
in the season finale of Star Trek Discovery, you're pretty familiar with the original series, right?
I'm very familiar.
Okay. So the line, this is a no-win situation would ring bells to you, correct?
Yeah.
So when they had Michael Burnham say, "I don't believe in them," how does that make you feel?
Another one.
Yep.
Oh, and I would like to show everybody out there in the previous episode to this week's joke of an episode. Poor Travis has not actually seen whose mic is so crispy.
That would be say, I think.
Okay.
Okay,
Am I drunk too much, or am I hearing popping like a microwave?
That was
No,
the
that was
Every
fine.
time Common Sense talks, it pops like a microwave.
Seriously, dude, bro, I'm getting super drunk off stupidity. Help.
Look, okay, I got a fucking massive tinker sore on the side of my tongue, so I don't know actually how much talking I'm gonna be doing.
That's all
Okay.
right.
Drink booze. It'll make it
In-
stop
In
hurting.
last week's episode,
No.
Travis, they showed the extent of Book's ship with a quote about a disaster that's coming up. This.
Up ahead, Wanderer-class ship.
What's left of it? Not good. There's no morphing around that. Shields at 20%.
They have just gotten around us.
No.
Yeah, because dude,
No.
and it's not just his ship. Fucking Osiris ship, that fuck off gigantic fucking battle cruiser does similar shit.
Wait. Didn't Bad Robot make Transformers?
Okay, but here's the
Yeah.
problem. Here's the problem with Osiris's ship and the
Oh.
ending of that writing. Okay,
Mhm.
so Osiris's ship basically swallows
Yeah.
Discovery
Yes.
The swallow.
in its cargo bay. Okay. Now, okay, here's the end game. The end game is they're going to jump away. Okay?
What?
Yes,
They're going
from
to jump
inside
away. They're going to
Osiris
use
ship.
the core drive to get away. Okay? But first of all, Stamets is not on the ship. Book is going to do it because Book can talk to species telepathically.
Yes, they
All
will.
right,
It
so
wasn't telepathically.
getting ahead of that, getting a hold of that Quagmire. All right, so here's the kicker. In order to spore drive away, they first must get rid of the warp core and destroy it so they can blow a hole in the ship so they can spore drive away.
They jettisoned their core into Osiris ship.
They jettisoned the
Blew
core
it
to
up.
destroy the ship. Not
Yeah,
to
yeah,
like,
yeah,
blow a hole
Yeah,
so
that
they
was
could get out.
they can spore drive whatever the fuck they want. They didn't need to leave the ship that way. They set out expressly to genocide the Emerald Chain
What?
by
Although
feeding
I would-
their warp core into the main flagship and setting it off.
What?
Yes. Although
Yeah,
I
and
would like
All
to
they
make one
needed to
point.
do was spore drive away.
Do I?
Now-
Yeah, I would like to
take,
make one
do I
point
take my
about the.
first shot of the morning or what? Fuck.
Thomas, when they
Yeah.
escaped, when they ejected the warp core went, I would say, about 5 meters underneath the ship and stayed there.
And bumped on a few different walls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It bumped on a
Yeah,
few
they
of the
just
walls
shit
on the
on
way
it there.
down, you know, because
Yes. But we cannot,
Logic.
for those of you who have not seen it and have seen Star Trek, you all understand the words turbo lift and the ways they were talking about the tubes that the turbo lift is traveling. We have never seen this because in this Star Trek, we're all, meant to go, okay.
Well, not only
no.
that, but it was explained just fine before as
Yes.
it basically
Yeah.
being an elevator that doesn't run on cables. It's just that
Yes.
simple.
I'm
Magnetic
about
lift.
to show
Yeah.
you guys 2 clips. Okay, here is the elevator.
10 minutes in, and I'm gonna be drunk as fuck. Thanks.
More than likely.
You're welcome.
Makes two.
That is
Get it?
not. No,
There's your
not a
alleged-
turbo lift.
So
There's your alleged turbo lifts, motherfuckers.
Yes. Oh, here
It
is
looks like the
second-
background to Super Monkey Ball.
Oh, wait, no.
Come here, Whiskey.
That's-
West, please.
Ladies and
no,
gentlemen. Yes?
Revan, the very fact that they have turbo lifts confuses me. Because if you go to Federation headquarters, they don't have turbo lifts in Federation headquarters.
No, they have
Well, let's
transporters.
They
not also
have
forget the fact.
transporters.
I was gonna say, let's not also forget the fact that it's been established on the stupid ass Discovery that they've been known to transport around the ship themselves.
Oh yeah, because it's in their comm badge. They just
Oh, yes.
click the
Yeah.
comm
Well,
badge and they transport anywhere they want.
No, but they explained that in a part in this episode because Book says, "Why can't we just transport everyone out?" And they said they have.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
we get
like,
that, but we're just like, if they typically transport around the ship, why do they have the turbo lift to begin with?
Yeah,
What-
I mean, why do you have a
I
transporter
thought
room?
ship
It
to
doesn't
ship-
even make a proper backup.
Wait. Hang on.
Yeah.
According to Starfleet engineering, ship to ship, intership, like from you're the same ship, transporting can be dangerous
Mm-hmm.
because the reconstitution needs more time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
doesn't matter.
But guess
Oh,
what? Ever
for
since
fuck's
the
sake.
fucking
They couldn't even
suit-
do that in the original.
ever since the stupid little suitcase transportation device the Not Con had in that second stupid Abrams Trek movie, they've been fucking up how transporters work ever since.
They're not a magical device. They had rules and limitations for a reason.
So did starships, but look at how often Discovery fucks that up.
Here is the thing.
Oh
Travis.
wait! Does Travis know that during the pursuit, one of the lead ships for the Federation was Voyager?
Jay.
What?
Yes, one of the lead ships was the USS Voyager
I
J.
forgot.
No,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
bullshit. You're
Yes.
lying. Don't
No,
you
I-
lie to
Nope.
me.
He is
I'm
not.
not
And
lying.
and not only that, but the ship is still an Intrepid class. It
Yep.
is a J, but it is still an
It's
Intrepid
the
class.
same fucking ship.
Come here,
Oh,
Whiskey.
oh.
I need you
Now,
again.
get this. Now, Travis, my friend, get this. They also state in early in the season, wow, that ship is made out of holograms.
Yes, they did mention at one point there was a literal holographic ship. I'm not fucking with you.
Oh, Whiskey, my only friend, let us end the pain again.
Now,
Thank you.
I have to ask you a question, Travis.
Mm,
Okay? And Favre, you have served, right? So if I, let's say, if you wrap your legs around my neck and I stab you, I am your combatant, okay? I stab my knife into your leg. How fucked are you?
if you hit an artery,
You hit an
extremely.
artery, very.
Okay, but Revan, again, you buried the lead. So not only does she get stabbed in the leg, but then she pulls the knife out, waits 10 minutes, and then cauterizes the wound.
Yeah,
With the
she didn't
laser.
even deal with the wound.
Okay. As someone who's actually been stabbed, I can tell you that's not a good idea.
No, it's a terrible fucking
So-
idea.
That's the first thing not to do.
What
But
about
now, to be fair, the bastard who stabbed me yanked it back out to try and stab me again, the fuckhead. But
Mhm.
yeah, okay. So I've also taken like a 3-day first aid training course because you have to work offshore and work on boats and stuff. And the big rule is if you get stabbed and the knife is still in you, don't pull it out
Move
until
it.
you
Don't
get
do
to
it,
the
yeah.
hospital.
now, Travis, would you do this a little bit after being stabbed?
Okay.
Bear in mind also that they just killed she just deliberately killed the fuck out of that dude by shooting him in the back.
Okay, so when I was 16, I got into a fight. It went wrong. Some dude shanked me in the right shoulder blade. Stabbed me literally in the back.
Mhm.
And I'll be honest with you, when adrenaline kicks in, yeah. Because I spun around, I looked at this fucker, I saw a knife, and I felt something hot going down my back, and then I got filled with rage, and I thought, if I don't fucking kill this guy, I'm gonna die.
Travis, sorry to interrupt your study story. This was not minutes later. This was a good hour or two.
Yeah, this was a
after.
while after. This was not an adrenaline rush.
She got stabbed like an hour before this.
Yes.
She was stabbed an entire episode before this. This was at the end of that episode.
She should have been dead. You can bleed to death from a stab wound if it's not treated.
Yep.
She cauterized it with a phaser. She's all good.
Yeah. And she didn't even do it right away.
Okay. For anybody who doesn't know, a phaser is a beam of light that has been phased at a certain frequency and at a certain temperature. That's what it means to phase something. You pass it through the crystal, it phases the light beam into a certain pattern, and depending on, because I work with industrial lasers every day, I know this stuff. And a phaser is basically turning a flashlight into a laser gun. Because it passes the light through a crystal, which keeps it at a certain phase in the light prism to make it what they want. That's the explanation. That's the technical readings I've always seen on it. But when we're talking about a phaser, if you were to use that to cauterize a wound, it would also cause extreme pain and damage to the limb you did that to, because, let's face it, it would cauterize it, yeah, but it would also fuck up your leg and the nerves in it for the rest of your life.
But that's the thing. That's the thing we're routinely complaining about. There is no physics in fucking Discovery. There is no science. Everything is fucking magic that is hand waved away from one scene to another.
Ugh, fuck.
Travis,
okay, so
she shoots herself in the leg with a phaser from the 3100s, and whilst guns down onto her leg, she screams silently. She's like quietly.
Like this. In an industrial laser, which I use to weld parts together within 1/1000th of an inch, you have this focal point where it's 9 inches from the lens to the welding spot. And when you do that, it will perfectly weld a hole. But if it's anywhere out of sync with that range, it will go from, oh my God, it shot a hole through my hand, to that tickles. So when you're using a phaser, you're going to just apply directly to wound. She should have cut her leg off, okay?
Yeah, pretty much.
Would have had better luck with it.
At the very least, she should have probably severed some tendons and shit. You know?
Guys,
it gets better in just this episode. So the episode before this, Michael Burnham is in fight with some broad. Don't care who she is.
Some broad. I like that.
So what she does is she phasers a sensor so that the computer believes that there's a fire. So the onboard Discovery computer decides the best way to put out the fire is to starve it of oxygen, opens up the fucking airlock to that turbo shaft where they're sitting, and the broad gets booted out. There's no oxygen in that thing, and Burnham's not even gasping, so I want to know what she breathes, because it isn't air.
Yeah, it ain't fucking oxygen. Also, that is the worst fire suppression system I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid. I mean, look,
I used to have to maintain those for a living.
This scene he showed is the lead into where fucking Osira is whooping her ass all over that fucking room. Like, Osira's whooping her ass. Every time she starts to get an advantage, Osira kicks the shit out of her again. And then you know that stupid programmable matter bullshit they're always on about where shit just moves where they want it to? She shoves Burnham's ass into this wall of that shit and, like, suffocates her
Yes.
And somehow she manages to move that gun, even though she's compressed in there, like she's part of the fucking wall. She manages to raise that fucking disruptor or whatever the fuck it is, and shoot Osira through the fucking wall.
Yeah, and then when she gets us, she vomits replicator blocks. Like
That is
they're-
not
But,
116.
you know, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We haven't even talked about the fact that they made an ensign the first officer.
Man,
Oh, yeah,
she was the fucking captain.
There's
Travis,
protocols for that.
Yeah,
That
Travis,
ensign became the
Michael
fucking
Burnham.
captain.
Yeah, Travis. Michael Burnham was the first officer on this route. She went rogue. She got demoted, but kept her rank as commander.
Yeah.
Okay. He then says, "Who am I going to promote as my first officer, Lieutenant Commander? Ensign Tilly. You will be my first officer."
Yeah,
No.
but here's the thing. He gave Tilly the first officer position, but she remained an ensign in rank. So he gave her the first officer position, but her rank did not change. Therefore, every person on that ship was taking orders from an ensign.
Well, okay. So if he makes her the first officer, that act technically doesn't change her rank. That part is true.
Yeah.
But typically, you want to give it to someone who the next most experienced individual. Okay, so I used to work in the Gulf of Mexico on a boat. It was 110 feet long, smelled like oil, and it was a piece of shit. But it was home.
Sounds wonderful.
And fuck, if there was a terrible accident, I was just a deckhand. To make me captain, the first officer, and everybody else would have to die before I was in charge.
Because there's a legitimate chain of command. And
There
short
is.
of like direct leadership, and I'm talking like high admiral leadership level intervention, that shit does not happen. And even then, it's only a field promotion, and your old rank goes back into effect when it's over.
Oh, but it gets better.
Yeah.
The entire crew stood together in solidarity and
voted
begged
her
her
in.
to take the promotion.
Okay, fine. You know what? Whiskey shot number 5. You can count it, people. This is the part where I black out and get angry. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
they turned around and they're there, and it's like, I want pie in the morning. I want a new electron microscope. I want earlier shift.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, that's the captain gives that out, not me, but thanks anyway.
Okay, I want to point out in the chat, MB Geek is right. Like, he says, yes, she was now command officer BS, but yeah, that's how it works. And he's right. You don't change your rank, just more people have to listen to you. But you go with people with experience, work your way down. That's how that works.
Yes.
But Travis, that's common sense that you're talking about. These people
It's like our
don't have a
podcast,
modicum of
only
it.
with fewer idiots.
But common sense is not allowed in this show, people. We have yet to talk about what caused the burn. Shall we? We shall. I'll take this.
Okay, but on the condition that you get it right this time, and you explain what the problem is with the guy before you explain how he did it.
Okay, so 127 years ago, there was this pregnant Kelpie, okay? And as her fetus was, cells were dividing and dividing again, it created this bond with all the lithium.
Okay, maybe you should specify the fact that we're talking about having a psychological link with a mineral.
No, physical.
Physical.
A physical link with a
Genetic
mineral.
level.
A
The
genetic
genetic level.
A genetic
Okay.
level link.
He has a genetic level connection to a fucking mineral.
Fuck.
Exactly.
Yes.
In a radioactive field.
Because biology is for fucking idiots, am I
And they
right?
made the
What they seem
character.
to think.
Yeah, and they made the character autistic.
Oh, of
Right.
course.
They thought representation.
Autistic children are the future. Fuck.
Now, here's the other thing, Marcus. He was raised.
Yes,
Travis.
because
He was raised by holograms.
Oh, and Revan, don't forget to tell him about they.
Come here, Bear.
Oh yeah.
I'm out of whiskey, but come here, Bear. Make me feel
So you're
better.
talking about how the hollow
You know,
recognized
Revan, you have to tell him about they.
Okay, I'll tell him
The
about
wonderful character that has a symbiote, but is human. I'll let that sink in for a second.
Okay. Yes, there is a human trill host. Okay, and they turned around, and while they were this fucking thing was talking, Stamets was there, and it's like, yes, she is very good at her job. She is like overusing the pronoun she. It's like she is very good at her job. She is a prodigy. She is very intelligent, and she looks like she threw up in her mouth.
Okay, so you showed me that scene, by the way, and okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say something incredibly controversial. Autistic children will not lead the way. I'm sorry. Reality's a bitch.
That's not
Welcome
exactly
to the stream.
controversial. I mean, it's just
What's that, guys? Welcome to the stream, MB Geeks.
Thank you for having
Hey,
me,
MB
sir.
Geek, what's
Thank
up,
you
man?
for having me, sir. I
No worries,
want to
MB.
say, if it's okay, I'd like to, Revan, this is your channel. Would you like, can I say thank you to all these people?
Yeah,
Lieutenant Menace,
Please do.
Valamore, Rambly Canuk, obviously the Great White North, Common Sense America. Oh, God. Oh, we could have a story about that, buddy.
You know what?
Oh,
I
my
like
God.
your avatar makes me happy. Did you know that?
Oh, he's a great dude, Travis.
You know what? Me and MB
avatar
Geek are
was
gonna get
saying-
along. I drink my beer to you, sir.
My avatar was actually my avatar was made by Yitzi Lemons. He's a very great guy. He made it. It was awesome, and he took the time to listen to me. And actually, my son wants to stream on shows, and I asked Yitzi if he would do. Sorry, I'm a little buzzed.
I had noticed.
That's okay, dude. I just have to.
No worries, we're working on it.
Welcome to the Alcoholism Cast. I'm Travis. I'll be your host.
I'm talking to an Irish person. I've heard him when he's drunk.
I don't drink.
That motherfucker don't drink.
Yeah, he
No,
doesn't
he's
drink. He's
completely
just
sober.
super fucking Irish.
instead of blood, it's
joke.
whiskey
I
that
was
flows through his
making
veins.
I was making a joke.
Yeah, that was good shit. though.
Actually, I think Revan is one of the greatest. Actually, Revan has been very regular recently on my own streams, and my streams are kind of getting limited because we're moving.
Oh.
And he's been it's a good thing. Trust me, it's a good thing.
That's
Revan
wonderful.
has honestly been one of the best that I've ever had on my streams. He, I've been on streams with him. He's been on streams with me. We have fucking fun.
That's a good thing, though, because you know
Exactly.
what? People need their fun, otherwise they'll cry. So I salute you.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Revan.
Hey, Paul Pandora.
Hey, Revan, I got something funny for you. You're gonna
Okay.
love this.
Go for it.
Captain Trek went on for 8 hours.
Okay.
I was on. My wife was on, and my son was on.
It's a family affair. Captain Trek.
Revan, you gotta understand. My son, he goes, "Can I be on your stream tomorrow?" I was like, "Sure. What do we want to talk about?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Well, honestly, I'm dealing with this move from South Carolina to Indiana." I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. And
MB
he
Geek,
tried to
we're
go
at
through some
Indiana. I grew up
ideas.
there.
Well, he tried. Well, my wife is from Indiana. My
Oh,
wife is a
okay.
Hoosier. Yeah, my wife is a Hoosier. I'm an
Yeah, me
Illinois.
too. Born and raised.
Oh, where at?
Lawrenceburg.
Okay, my wife was from Anderson.
I know where Anderson is. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm from Illinois. And,
Oh, okay. So you're like, fuck those Hoosier weirdos, right?
No, actually, we never. No, it's funny. We never gave a shit about Hoosiers.
Until you moved here.
We hated Cook County. That's what we hated. We fucking hated Cook County. Fucking Cook County.
Yeah, I get you, man. Trust me. I know exactly what you're talking about. Good shit, brother. Well, if you ever find your way down here, man, we'll go drink it. It'll be a fun time. Promise.
Yeah, once I get all settled up here in Tennessee, Travis and I are going to meet up, and we're going to go shooting and drinking.
Hell yeah, man.
You're moving to Tennessee. Awesome.
I'm actually in Tennessee right now.
Oh, you're in Tennessee right now.
I just got here yesterday.
My great-grandparents lived in Tennessee Ridge.
Cool.
I don't know if you know where that is. It's very far from Clarksville.
My grandmother's from Clarksville.
No way.
Yeah, her and all of her siblings grew up in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Oh my God, my great grandfather, my great grandmother, they were up in Grant City because he was a train worker. He was a rail worker. He worked on train tracks and stuff, and he went up to Illinois, and that's where most of my family was born, and that's where most of them stayed. But when my great grandfather retired, because my granny was, from that time, she was a stay-at-home person, stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home seamstress.
Right.
Yeah, it's time. And I kid you not, he went back to Tennessee, and I could tell you guys some stories about some of the fun
what's
stuff
sad
I did in
is,
Tennessee.
you know,
I'll give you, okay.
I find
Revan,
that more
if you don't
interesting
mind, I
than Star
would like
Trek
to
Discovery.
tell you my favorite story about my grandfather.
Go ahead.
My grandfather had, you know how you have on rural land or that kind of thing? They have flagpoles, right? Well, he had bird trees or birdhouses. Sorry, birdhouses. He had a yellow one and a blue one. And I'll tell you what, one of the funniest things I ever got to do was go out with him, and he would shake the pole to get the birds to go fly off. Yeah, he would do it to both of them.
Nice.
See, I find that an amazing story because I'm more entertained than I ever would have been with Star Trek Discovery. This is fucking ridiculous. And the sad thing is and Geek, you know that in the military you can designate, it's like, okay, they're the second in command, but they're still an ensign, you know?
Travis.
Travis.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I need to let you know, God, that sounded so rude.
Go ahead, man. It's fine.
My wife and I are both 20 years military retired, disabled vets. So
so
American vets. So yeah. I get
so
what you're saying.
How mad I'm getting because
I did 10 years in first camp before I had to get put out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but we will have to rein everything back into what we were talking about.
Right.
We got really off fucking topic, bad.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So in Discovery, they made and this is a very odd event.
I'm going back 2 episodes before to what I was saying about the guy. So, the member of Saru's race was there, he was born, and as a little kid, whenever he'd get upset, have a tantrum, whatever you want to call it, right? He could, his special powers would activate and it would destabilize
The
dilithium, right? Now,
Okay, so for the guy in the back who's incredibly drunk right now,
NB Geeks.
let me put it so if I understand correctly, this autistic child has a direct link with a mineral source known as dilithium.
Yes, he is somehow genetically linked to a mineral.
Hold on.
Okay.
And at 11 years old, something traumatic happens, and this happens. That is him.
That was even stupider than I thought it could be.
No.
That was the moment of the burn.
Yep. It's that fucking...
So a Kelpian.
Yeah.
Not a Q.
An autistic Kelpian.
Not a Tremel.
Also, here's my other issue. I'm sorry. Here's my other issue with this whole stupid plot line. Autism is a human ailment.
Okay. So
how does this alien have a human mental ailment?
Okay, so let me understand this correctly. An alien autistic child with an incredibly impossible bond to a mineral element despite being a biological individual.
Yep.
Yes.
Had an autistic screech and then blew up all the dilithium across the universe because
caused a resonance cascade, basically.
That has got to be one of the worst.
He basically caused a resonance shockwave that set off all the fucking destabilized the dilithium and caused it to explode.
You know what? You know what? I would have had a better time saying Q just snapped his fingers. Just do that.
Yes, my
Thank you.
Has said that to me many times. But may I ask all the service people here, when you have been out on the field, if let's say
Star Wars Revan, Star Trek. I may be drunk, but my hearing is still good.
You said service people. To all those who are
No. Star Trek. Like I said, you said Star Wars. I may be drunk off my ass, but my hearing is still good.
I didn't say Star Wars.
We're gonna get along just fine.
I didn't say Star Wars, man. Anyway, so all the service people.
Yes, you did.
All right. Point. Get to the point, man.
To all the service people, if you spoke a different language, and just say you haven't heard your language in a while, okay, and you meet an old person, a hologram. If they offered to sing you a lullaby while you were a captain on the field, what would your answer be?
I don't even know, because it's just a fucking weird thing to do.
I don't know what my reaction would be. I would look at you and go, "You're a hologram? What the fuck?"
I'd also be like, "Why are you trying to sing me a lullaby while I'm on duty? What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Saru got a lullaby on duty from someone, and the doctor looked at him and went, I will go and see to the child. But that's what they were calling the 127-year-old man the whole time. The child.
Pardon. Wait. They called a 127-year-old person the child. They're trying to be fucking the Mandalorian. Jesus.
No, don't go there. The Mandalorian made us give a shit about. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, Revan.
Yes.
Revan.
Yeah?
Okay, go not the final episode, but the episode before that.
Yeah.
If you can.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I know MVP. I'm trying to make a point here. Go to the opening credit of that episode so that we can watch A New Hope.
No.
Okay.
Are you trying to make me seem like, there's hope in the world, and then I want to shoot myself? God damn it!
You know what's funny is I'm getting
There's always the
off
road.
my ass, and I'm
there you are.
still feeling this.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Here's
Hold on
the
now.
thing.
I'm just getting the intros.
Fair.
Hey, Revan.
Yo.
The last episode of Mandalorian made us give a shit about.
Okay,
At
so you
least
want me to go to
some of
the
us.
intro? 1 second, NB. You want me to go to the intro of the episode.
The opening to
I'm
the
saying-
episode. The
No,
opening to the
you don't have to
episode.
go to the intro. You don't have to do anything, Darth.
Okay, sorry.
The opening to the episode, so we can watch shot by shot A New Hope.
I was
yes, I know.
No, no, I'm drunk enough as it is already.
Okay.
Oh, somebody else.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you A New Hope.
Oh, god damn it, I hate you.
Because
I'm
I have to
Accent.
do this, you have to do this.
I don't have to do nothing. Why do you do this to me? Oh my god, it is the new
pretty
Hope.
fucking
God
close
damn it.
now.
Why do you do
Oh
this
my
to
God,
me?
they
What did I
named
do to
him.
you?
Shot
Oh,
or shot.
Bring
that
God,
ship
please
to
tell
me.
me they did not name it
Oh.
A New Hope.
Revan.
Please
they
tell me
didn't.
they did not name a Star Trek episode A New Hope.
No, they did not. That episode was called la 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 la.
It's a weird
Frickin'
fucking title for an episode.
There is a tide.
Our Emperor, who art on the golden throne, what have I done to deserve this punishment?
You're a
Now-
guardsman. You're basically
and then,
pointless.
and then,
to go on.
and then, and then, Revan, if you go to the end of that episode, you get to
So
see
then-
one of their droids become R2D2.
I hate those fucking things, by the way. I fucking hate those stupid robots so fucking much.
You know what was funny? You know what was the funniest thing about this last episode was that when they're taking back the ship and you see the robots, they have no weapons, no nothing. They're just charging at them and
Yeah.
getting slaughtered.
They're just
Yeah,
kind
getting
of
blasted
I'm like,
to
Ladies
shit.
and gentlemen, you mean this episode?
No, don't torture me any further. God damn it.
God, these things are stupid.
Hello, this is
These could sell as a toy,
See,
right?
look, their fucking
Christ,
heads
this-
ain't even connected to their fucking body.
Revan.
They're little fucking
Yeah.
UFOs with half-ass bodies.
J.J. Abrams.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 2020 version of batteries not included. What the
Oh,
fuck?
Oh, wait, there are batteries not going. Yes, that
Oh.
is exactly what I was thinking.
Me
Batteries
and you
not
are on the same
included.
fucking wavelength.
Thank you
Fuck
for
yeah,
saying
brother.
that.
that fucking jeez.
No. What was funny
I'm
is
glad when I said that, a lot of people cringed. That makes me happy.
That's okay. That's okay. That entire episode that Revan just showed is the entire storyline to Die Hard.
Yes.
I mean,
It is
kind
lit-
of, yeah, unfortunately.
It is literally Die Hard in space. Who the hell? Who the hell came up with this? And then the entire premise went, oh my god, okay. For those of you who haven't seen it, okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is a character who is dead. Okay, it is a vision only by the Trill. They
Oh
are
God!
dead.
Oh
Yes.
no! Not
They go-
that!
They,
Fuck.
yeah, they go to the fucking holographic ship where the Kelpian lives.
Because somehow, let me unpack the basics
Go
of this
ahead.
before he drops this on you. Okay, so for some stupid reason, the Trill don't work the way they're supposed to because nothing in Discovery does, and so this broad can actually talk to the other fucking previous hosts to the Trill in their head. But this
Oh,
motherfucker,
as
when they
opposed to
No,
what
just
happened
the
when
one
they
she
go to the
dated in real life.
hold on,
Not
Yeah,
not
but when
not,
they
not
go
the other ones. Just the one she
well,
dated.
yeah, well, but she says she can talk to the others too. Just don't see them. But the problem is that they go to the hollow ship, and suddenly that motherfucker's just there, and everybody can see him and talk to him.
Mhm.
Yes. Now,
Because
And he's a
somehow
blue-haired
the hollow
Oh
ship was
God.
blue
broadcasting.
hair, drawn on eyebrows.
Because somehow
You
the
mean-
hollow ship was broadcasting the voice in their fucking head.
yeah. Oh yes. No. The hollows recognized you. Or how did
Fucking
they put it?
stupid. I don't fucking even remember.
They're also
That was how
tired
they
and
said it.
contrived, so
I'm just doing it just
Now,
to piss you off.
it's
Ladies-
the Vulcan non-binary.
Give me another beer,
Or is the
Marty. I'm gonna
character
be here for a
non-binary?
while.
Because
No,
that's the difference.
Actually, hold on. Actually, the Trill character and actress are non-binary. The Vulcan, who's actually a Trill, but the human who's with the blue shit on the face who has the chill out, that is the non-binary one. The transgender one is their boyfriend who was actually born a woman.
Hey, you know what the funniest part about this is?
Hold on. Welcome to the panel, Positive Candor.
What's up, Positive Candor?
But you know what the funniest part is about that whole thing about
What's
them both
happening?
non-binary and all that shit?
Yeah.
That I don't give a single fuck.
Nobody
Right.
does.
They don't have a preference. Can we move the
You know
fuck
what? I
on?
asked the question. On people who have watched the show, like Revan and others, because other than Lower Decks, and yes, I watched Star Trek Picard. I watched a little bit of Discovery, but I asked people, okay, you got a transgender, you got non-binary.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a drunk motherfucker. What the fuck did they do for the story? And not their sexuality. What did they do for the story?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what they did for the story. They used them as a plot device to Deus Ex Machina and hand wave around half the stupid plot points they set up beforehand. Because they just magically knew how to do shit because they're so smart. That's
Hello, our walking, breathing shields.
Exactly. That is what they were there for, was to fix their own dumb shit they wrote.
In season 1, they killed off Stamets' boyfriend, Hugh. Okay? In arguably a good moment, right? And then, because season 1 was wobbly, right? Very wobbly, and it got shit after this. Really shit. That's when she hit the fan. The SJWs and Twitter mob, because anyone out there who's one of the SJWs, go fuck yourself, they lost their shit. They're like, oh my god, you're killing a black LGBT character. How could you do that? So they had to come up with a contrived way to do it. So now, canonically, Hugh's boyfriend is half fucking mushroom.
Again, they had to
Get ready for the mushroom step, my friend.
You got downgraded to being a fungus, bro. Enjoy.
They really had to hand wave that stupid shit because they're fucking.
Do you need that stamped? I'm ready.
But another plot hole in the Swiss cheese. That is
God, yeah.
Amen, sister. Go on.
But to add on top of what's going on between all of it, we need to include the fact that they have Ray go through after the haul, saying that they're the only one that's able to look at the other side of the ship because he's not shown as
physical,
totally organic.
No, he's like, because I'm not corporeal.
Wow.
There we go. That's the word. I just can't English. But they used the dumbest effect to even prove that. It looked like a pixelated nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, speaking. So for the Kelpian, like the world was literally falling apart, and for some reason, in the 31st century, like let's say the 30th century, because it was 120 years ago, for some god-forsaken reason, when the Kelpian is making food, he's still making food the same way that Saru did. That would be like us making food the same way that the Vikings did.
He's not
You mean
wrong.
killing people and taking it?
I don't
know. Screw those
Hold
guys.
on, guys.
Push his
For those
criminal
who
record to the
I have
side.
a question for those of you who want. Saru, when he was injured, he decided to make something to help Saru's face. He hands him a wet dab of seaweed. Where the fuck did he get the water in the seaweed?
Dude, where the fuck was he getting anything? Because you can ask that about any of the shit he had.
Yeah, what the
With how damaged that ship was,
He shouldn't have been able to replicate shit. If the ship's primary function, let's say, had been keeping that hollow thing up to keep him calm, and its systems were that fucked, how was it maintaining anything else in that state?
But guys, you know, this is absolutely fucking ridiculous because they turned around in the episode and he's like, I have to face my two fears. And if you remember, he's instead of saying computer, show me what happened, he's like, computer, show me what I did and let me see. He sang it. And
Yeah,
then
Michael Jackson.
Hologram tells everyone what they want to know.
yeah, having a good fucking sing song. Why don't we all get our fucking shillelaghs and have a good kill and sit all down with a good
Poorly representing the age regression that happened.
I think it's meant to be PTSD and autism, and as you said,
It's mixed between many different things.
It's
none of which they have any idea how they work.
Wait a minute. What's trendy
You know
today? That's how it goes.
Yeah, you know what I think genuinely happened? One of the writers went, I'm autistic, I can write this character.
Oh dear God.
This is what happens when you let diversity hires be a thing.
I mean, that is not wrong.
Travis,
I mean, the show exists because of that.
Guys, we're very diverse here. I would like to state that Matches is our token female. Let's all give her a round of applause.
Wow! So there's one female in the sausage fest deserves recognition.
Hold on. Let's make this better. Okay. Now you're in the middle, baby.
For the love of God.
Well, I'm going to add that one to the record.
I need more alcohol.
Yes, I was there. I might have been there, but I did nothing.
I'm just going to say this about this.
I didn't speak when they censored him.
I know, right? So here's a question, okay? How can, because as I recall, holodecks take up a lot of power, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does a holodeck on a damaged crash ship survive and still operate for 127 years?
That's a brilliant fucking question. And by the way, the answer is that nobody in the writer's room thought that fucking far ahead.
Because science is like magic.
Well, you could say that the hollow room or suite, whatever you want to call it, a hollow deck, was run off the warp. Yes.
I'll finish what you're saying, bud.
Okay then.
I'm drunk. I'm here. No
Good.
beans.
Good for you.
Finish what you're saying, Bubba.
So he's okay. So he's there, and you could say that the whole power for this room, since the ship has crashed, was redirected and run from the warp core. So all the fuel that was in the warp core was put down to just fueling this one deck. And life support, nothing else. Just these two things. No weapons, no sciences, no other lights, nothing. Because when they left the room and went into the other room, the lights were off.
I don't know. My personal theory on it is that they literally didn't think about how it was supposed to work. They just wrote that it worked.
They did. Fucking magic.
At this point, they are trying to
That
disguise
ship should
fantasy as
never
science
have
fiction.
looked. Okay, I'm gonna say this: Star Trek Voyager.
Yes.
After 7 years, should not have looked like that. It should have looked like
A Frankenstein.
I was gonna go with BSG, but
Travis, NB.
What?
Yo,
Mr. Nobody. They have confirmed what is the food made out of in Starfleet.
It's pretty good for shit.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah, they went.
For all replicators.
I hate to say it, but it's made out of recycled matter.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. Sadly,
no,
I don't
literally
know how it makes
everything
sense because it has no. I don't understand how they say recycled matter when I'm like, there's no nutrition in that. So
I say it's a waste product. All the nutrition is gone already.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's where I was going.
Oh, they also
They're trying to make it compost.
Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and
A
those
combo
of you,
shot, a combo spam.
for those of you in the audience and those of you who haven't seen, these are the brand new uniforms.
Oh God, they're fucking horrific.
We're gonna put a stripe on one side because we're retarded.
They also look eerily. They also look eerily similar to certain kinds of clothing worn in places like China.
I'm trying not to think about that.
Big
Thanks.
Brother's watching.
Longer than the other.
Yeah,
What
that's
did you
this
say?
weird, stupid asynchronous
Oh, yeah.
thing they do.
Yeah, the badges were cut
You
and
know what
everything
would be
like that.
nice? You know what would be nice in this picture right now?
This one?
Number 1. From TOS standing there because at least she was a fucking woman of power. And after 20 years of the fucking military, I know how this shit works. I'm
Well,
gonna be
and
honest.
Revan, we haven't even
God,
covered the best part yet.
Michael Burnham. Oh God.
Yeah.
She
So-
is the officer I'm in love with.
NB,
I would
Ramblin'
kill
talking.
her in a foxhole.
NB, hold on, Ramblin's talking. Go ahead, Ramblin', you were saying.
Okay, so at the end of this episode, Discovery warps away for the first time in forever.
Yes.
And then Discovery sees the season the season closure. They start to roll the credits, and the original TOS theme plays them out.
Oh, God. Oh, let's not forget the quote from Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, yes.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah, they went there, too. They fucking went there. And you know that his little shitbag son was the one that called for it.
The most wimpy Let's Fly ever.
Shoot me now.
Hold on. Don't you all mean this? Time for this thing again.
Why do you do this to us? God damn it.
They go to the white guy and it just looks like he's
hold on.
contemplating
Guys,
suicide.
you missed that.
No, I
Listen to
didn't.
this.
I didn't miss shit. Fucking gelato. Fuck off.
Go to hell, every single one of you. I hope you die in space.
And there is the fucking.
Yeah,
gold
that's
right
fucking take that shit off the screen. It's not worthy to be at the
I'm
end.
tired of being insulted. I blame you, Revan. God, fuck Ireland, all right?
Wow.
Ireland's already fucking.
Yeah,
It's already
they
happened.
kind of beat you to it, man.
Somebody get on the
I'm
the horn.
American,
Get me the executive. Get me the Prime Minister of Britain. I think they're due for an invasion.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Invading
Dude, if
shit
we're
with
I
their
was
talking
having
comment.
a good time till I showed up and this Irish
if
was
we're
like,
talking-
"Oh, you know what you want
Guys,
to
hey,
see."
everybody,
Guys, Ireland-
hold on a second.
Wait,
Calm down. Let people talk. I'm probably the drunkest motherfucker here. Calm
Probably.
down. Let people talk. Talk.
Yeah.
I don't care who.
if
I'm just
we are-
saying. Tone it down. Let
I'm
them
trying to
talk.
talk. So if Ireland's going to get invaded, I want to try to be invaded by America. I want to see how that tastes like, because their ass is still bleeding from last time the British were here.
Oof.
Yeah, the Brits are kind of. You know what? That's what I like about the Irish and the Scottish. I can have a beer with them and laugh at the English. I like that.
Yes, as the joke that Rambling likes to tell, the reason why the Scots wear kilts is because even sheep can hear zippers.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I needed a good laugh because if I
would
keep
say my
watching
innocent
Discovery,
ears,
I'll
but nah.
cry.
This is the point where we
Well-
run, boys.
Well, and there's the other one there, Revan. You know that the Irish gave the Scottish kilts and a bagpipe, and they still don't get the joke.
Seriously, like, okay, so Star Trek Discovery has this problem that is been a core problem throughout the series, that they think they're being very deep and intellectual, but they're not. And all of us are sitting there going, "Give me another beer. This is stupid."
No, they're trying to be emotional, and all of us are like, "Can you turn that up?"
Well,
Why are you
it's not
whispering?
just that. If you remember something that Kurtzman and the writers themselves said, all they're concerned about is conveying emotion and using the show as a political platform. Literally, one of them said that they wanted to use the show as a political platform for progressive politics. They said that themselves.
That is exactly
Progressives are the biggest
They
joke
made
since the
the
Kennedy administration.
Klingons. They literally tried to make the Klingons the Trump supporters.
Yes, they did.
Here's a problem.
No,
Okay.
they actually
Yeah,
turned
well,
to
here's the
Karen.
problem with that, Darth. I'm a Trump supporter.
Yes.
Mhm.
Welcome.
Oh crap!
Amen,
Everything's
brother.
on fire! Run!
Who here
What's the
isn't?
plan?
One sec, hold on. Anyone who isn't, please speak up. Notice silence. Okay.
Hell,
So,
I've
and
been
me,
named, I've been named
that's
one of
like
my
you're
Guild
standing
War
in.
characters, my Prez 45.
Yeah, but that's like, and me, that's like me standing in a Catholic church and going, "I am a Catholic." So are we all.
Okay.
Join the fucking club.
That's the point where somebody just stares at you. It's like, sit the hell down.
Oh, look at the
I
special
was
guy over
baptized.
here.
Hey, Darth. I was actually baptized Catholic at 24 years old.
Nice. Oh, and I also found this a while back.
Everybody is always trying to maintain continuity, but given the 50 plus years of Star Trek, it literally becomes impossible. Given the volume, everybody.
Man.
This
It
is
really
a man used to
isn't.
dealing with volume.
What an asshole!
Yeah.
If you looked at it for like 2 seconds, you'd be able to follow its continuity.
No, guys,
Yeah, if
look
it took you less
look
than
at the
50
girl in the
seconds
back.
to think about it.
Watch the
That
face
sounds
of the girl
like
in
work.
the back.
They took Star Trek the completely wrong way. Hey, okay, they took Star Trek, yes. They took Star Trek like Star Wars or The Expanse or whatever. They did not. From Discovery, Picard, or Lower Decks, they did not make Star Trek like Star Trek. They tried to make like it's something else and fucking put the label on there. Yeah.
Thinking it would make them money.
Yeah.
And they get so pissed off when you call it STD, and it's like, no, it's disco. It's like Star Trek disco.
Disco is an STD.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
This
Carl.
way, not
Last time I
everybody
checked,
likes
disco died
disco,
in the
okay?
60s.
Either way, it's an offense.
Have you ever heard Inferno Tower, you know?
No.
Oh, guys, I would just like to
Disco
show you
Inferno, that's
something. I'm going to show you all something.
Oh no.
And those of you who are Mandalorian fans,
Why?
hold on.
Why
Who are
do you do this
Mandalorian
to us?
fans,
What did we do to you?
appreciate this.
Devin, why?
Evan, I'll see that one. I'll see that one. I'll raise you this one. Hold on. I'll send you one.
Is a
Revan,
legend.
Revan, pay attention to your Discord. Pay attention to
okay.
your Discord.
I have it open. That was funny.
Alcoholism has
Kids
saved
are
me from
crazy.
pain. Hooray. Because the reason we're all dancing around the issue is because everyone here, every single person knows that none of this is Star Trek. We all know this.
Yeah.
It ain't much of anything, really.
It's a show.
Yes.
Is it?
That's the thing.
And
It's a waste of
I
time.
have to admit,
That
like,
too.
I don't know a lot of the people here. I mean, some of the people from the CMC, but You know what? I'm meeting a lot of good people. God damn it!
Wow.
What happened to real my train of thought?
Mic drop.
God damn it, Evan! For fuck's sake! We lost MB Geek. Fuck.
CMB.
He might have had to step away.
The
And
puking
it-
probably got him.
Oh God, no, not Google. God damn it, Susan! What did he do? MB Geek's a good boy. He didn't do nothing.
Oh, what a mess.
No, his liver just gave out.
No, okay. But fuck,
Anyway, but you were saying, Travis. Hold on. Let's put the girl in
You
the
know,
middle, and that way we can.
Come
with
on.
the amount of people that we've got here,
Yes.
you know, we've had, you know, 9 people, almost 10, and we're all in agreement that this is not Star Trek. This is crap.
Yeah.
And when you think, when you look at their explanation as to why they think it's Star Trek, every single one of us here, from the technical side to the lore side to the personality side to the science side, could sit here and say it's not Star Trek because you guys are all idiots.
I just
And-
came out of the back alley from the dumpster, so I know shit.
Well, you know, I try not to judge. I mean, dumpster babies are still a thing, so you know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
where I
mean-
put
I
the
mean,
gardens
he-
and
I mean-
bodies. It's fine.
I mean, he was
Right,
hitting
it's-
that
yeah.
keg of Romulan ale pretty hard. I mean, you know.
But the point is that we can all look at this and be like,
Wow.
What is happening?
Sorry, my mic fell over.
Adam, you did a good job.
It's STD trying to rip its way into our
I
world.
know, right? Okay, so after having
would like
my
to apologize for
fucking
that.
ears raped,
Thanks, it's a new experience.
no, it ain't. It's an old one because I shoot guns. But anyway,
As we were saying.
okay, so all of us can look at Star Trek Discovery and at any aspect. Some of us are more adept at certain aspects than others. I'll be the first to admit
Yes.
I don't know everything about Star Trek, but I'm a technical guy. I deal with the technical side of Star Trek, and the turbolift thing doesn't fucking work because it's supposed to be more like an elevator shaft.
Oh, sorry.
And
I
other
only
people
told-
could point out from like how, you know, I wasn't in the military. I was a merchant marine, but people in the military goes from a military aspect, the way they act, this doesn't work. It doesn't matter what it is, but at every point in STD history, at every point in STD, we can all look at this and go, no, collectively. And when you sit down and say this is a problem that people who like Star Trek for different reasons and for different causes look at it and say, no, you fucked up. There's not much else I can really point to other than people who understand the technology, people who understand the psychology, or people who understand the lore of Star Trek can all sit there and at one time in one collective voice say, no, you've got it wrong.
But that points to something else that is missing. Everyone here, we can all turn around and we can all say, you know, I remember that moment when I was first introduced to Star Trek. Oh, this is my favorite moment of this series, that series. Hell, we probably were like, that character reminds me of this.
Yeah, I get where you're going with this. And there has not been a single character or fucking moment or ship really in the show that is particularly memorable from season 1 to current.
Yeah, my great uncle Morris reminded me of Neelix, and I really like Neelix because of that.
Right.
And even though people hate it, I'm like, man, the jokes he tells, things like that, I'm like, that is Morris, but without a drinking problem. But
and you're right, because a lot of people like, okay, when I thought about this, I saw Lieutenant Maxis's avatar, and I'm like, oh, that's a Deep Space Nine, uniform, engineering officer, and it's like I could look at that and be like, oh, I remember Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I remember everything about that. And I really want to go back to the time when Star Trek was really thought about. And it's ridiculous when I look at it. It's like, okay, well, what's Star Trek doing now? And it isn't the fact that we all think Star Trek is crap. That's not what we're all complaining about. What we're really complaining about is that the people who want to write Star Trek stories, Star Trek ships, or Star Trek technology, they don't care. They genuinely don't care. And it irritates everybody.
So
There's a
Vampire the
fine line with these idiots between don't care and actively despise.
Mr. Nobody said it right. It's just like Vampire the Masquerade. Nobody fucking cares.
That's a good. Yeah. That's a person that pissed us off again too.
And for anybody who's a Vampire the Masquerade, tabletop RPG player, you have my sympathy because you guys. I feel bad for you.
Werewolf is fucking too, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're coming for all of it.
Yeah.
I was talking
well,
to.
The thing is, go ahead.
So I was talking to.
I'm getting confused now.
I'm sorry.
CSA, you go first.
Oh, fuck you.
So
red flag, green flag.
Revan, shush.
Yes, Mom.
Go drink some more whiskey, Revan. Go drink some more whiskey.
It's fuel.
Anyways, okay. So just to tell you, like, for me personally, how much I love Star Trek and how much it's meant to me over my life. When I was 14 years old, at my youth group, they had sci-fi night. And you could dress up in the contest for a dress-up contest. Well, around this time is when I started to watch Next Generation again. And I loved the Next Generation films.
You got beat up a lot, didn't you?
Actually, no, surprisingly. Like, my best friend, he loves Star Wars and Star Trek too, so that was like a big bonding thing for us.
Yeah, me too.
So, sorry if I'm talking weird. I got this canker sore. Anyways,
nah, you're all right, man.
So I'm like, okay, who can I be? It can't be Picard. He's bald. So I'm like, I could be a young William Riker. So I had this shirt that was red on top and black on bottom, and then I wore black shorts, black shoes. And then I wore a belt, and I had a little utility knife, and I had that. Do you remember that? Like, it was like maybe a foot long. It was like the electronic Enterprise D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
So one of the nacelles, for some reason, loved to come off. Well, in using your imagination, it could be a phaser. So I put it in the utility thing. So that was my phaser, and my mom took cardboard, cut out the Next Generation comm badge, wrapped it in tinfoil, put a pin on the back, and pinned it onto my chest, onto the shirt. So I looked like a young William Riker. And that's what I went as into this youth group contest at my church, young William Riker.
Nice.
I mean,
I'm going to show you something. Give me 2 minutes. Max is still hula dance or something.
You fucking real, dude.
What?
Why?
What did he say?
I could sit here drinking.
Just keep drinking.
Why would I want to hula dance?
Don't pay him any mind.
I remember Khan. He reminds me of my drunk and abusive dad and being stuck in a car with him.
Wow. Just wow.
Gosh.
Well, it's not far off. Well, the car didn't explode when I was in it.
You know what? Khan had much more charisma and personality than your dad.
He was taller too.
Hey.
He was your dad.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm about to make you all jealous.
I always wondered why my mom liked him so much. So there you go.
This is my prized possession. It's a genuine 1996 Playmate DS9 Defiant ship.
I am super jealous of you right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I got this. Yes.
You're making me feel young.
Wow.
Wow, why
I
did you do that? I
96.
remember 96 in landlines. Come on.
I know.
Let's all say the one thing. Let's all say the one thing that Maxis has never experienced in her life. Get off the phone and use the internet.
I actually did. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Fucking that shit. Like, I'm trying to get an internet. Get off the fucking phone.
I'm thinking about getting that newfangled internet thing. I've heard it's like a web.
My first computer game. Maxis, what was your first computer game?
Jumpstart.
Dude, the first game I played on fucking computer was Moon Patrol, and it was on the fucking Apple II, alright?
To be fair, the first game I played was Strike Commander by Origin Systems.
The first game I ever played. No, the first game I ever played was the Oregon Trail.
Oh god, I remember that fucking game.
Oregon
Oh no, that fucking game.
I have the card game.
Hold on,
We do
hold
have
on,
the
hold
card
on.
game.
Hold on. On the acorn tree.
You've died of hysteria.
Yes. Sammy. Maxis, whatever you're freaking called. Tell me something. What was the console that you played your first game on?
Where's all my Math Blaster fans? All my Math Blaster fans up in the house.
Do anyone here remember VHS games?
Remember what now? Say that again?
VHS games.
Yeah.
I remember those.
I do remember those fucking weird ass fucking things.
Are you talking about like the Interreg games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It came with like a half-ass light gun or some shit, or a controller.
Yeah.
My God.
Atari 2600.
I had an Apple II and an Atari 2600.
Oh, and a
where I played my
ColecoVision.
first games.
My first games console was a Super Nintendo, out before Maxis was born.
Man, you got in late.
Oh my god.
I did.
Well, time to get the rope, boys. It's time to finish up what God left.
God.
My grandma's house had a Super Nintendo.
Guess what? I got it out of the box. Oh, you had a Game Boy Color. I had the original black and white Game Boy.
You mean the green one?
The green one.
I had Game & Watch, so yeah.
Oh, jeez, those fucking things, man.
Who remembers the Tiger handheld electronic games? Come
I
on.
do.
Remember, fuck, they're still around. They still make them.
They do.
Do they? The little LCD?
Yeah,
Yes,
they do.
that's right, Mexican children. You too can have this plastic
Those
abomination.
motherfuckers are like roaches. They never go the fuck away.
Fuck you, Tiger Electronics. Just saying.
And when it dies, you can build your shelter out of it.
Tiger Electronics, the games that it's so delicate that when you press it, the screen crinkles.
Yep.
They had a Resident Evil.
That one makes my head hurt just thinking
I
about
had
it.
the hard drive in one.
Oh, God.
So I remember one time I was in class and I had a Tiger game that I bought in the pound shop, right? And I got bored. So in the middle of maths class, this is probably why I can't count. I ripped it open to see what it looked like inside.
You took it apart?
I took it apart in the middle of maths class. Right?
Oi, Ian, do your math. Stop trying to be a technician.
And we were there, and I looked up, and I remember this in the middle of maths class. I looked it up and went, "Why are so many people?" And the teacher said, "It's called the classroom." He didn't know what I was looking at. I think that substitute teacher thought I had special needs. Why are there so many people? It's called the classroom.
Life is special. Like well, I won't say.
I'm as special like I am.
You don't need both your kidneys. Come on.
I need to wear water wings when eating soup.
Wow, man, you said
That
it.
could be a soup luncheon, I'll tell you that.
Dude, I've done so much stupid crap in my life. One time, I have a scar on my finger, right? And I'm missing a bit of bone underneath it. It's if you feel where the scar is, you can feel the nick out of the bone. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, this is how stupid I am. One day I was cutting up boiled bacon with a meat cleaver, and the ad for the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who came on. I turned around and I looked as I brought down the meat cleaver, and I looked back after the ad ended, and I'm like, huh, the meat's all red. Cool.
I'm
And
still
I'm
gonna
like,
eat it though.
oh, I did. I washed it off and I cooked it.
Oh.
I served it to my family.
Here you go, family. A little cannibalism on its side.
This is I've never heard that.
So
I
Revan, how do you taste?
Salty.
Well, we know he's Irish.
He's Irish. He tastes like potato.
I'm Irish, okay? I taste some German beef.
Fair. You just kind of look out for a little bit of heroin mixed in, but you know that happens.
Yeah, I'm actually, guys. Yeah, the truth is, I'm Irish. What do I taste like? Britain.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one.
If you
come here, Bruce, you make me happy. So, I know we buried the lead a lot, but you know, it's
it a
Star
shallow
Trek
grave?
Discovery. It's not Star Trek. We
No.
don't like it, and it assumes that you, the viewer, are an idiot. It sits there and goes, "No, these people are stupid."
Are you
Let's
forgetting?
It assumes you are ignorant of history, lore, engineering, basic science, physics,
Good
the way
taste,
human
morals.
beings fucking interact with each other.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Nobody. Good taste and morals, because it does act like you're an idiot, and I give average people the benefit of the doubt because we're the ones that make the products that rich bastards need.
Yeah. Guys,
So-
we have been going for an hour and 24 minutes, so we have 5 minutes and then I'm going to wrap this.
Well, I am
we
a
should probably
machine.
wrap this up soon.
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay, so does anyone from the CMC want to do their plug?
Ladies and gentlemen, we, me, myself, Valmore, Marcus, and Common Sense America are from the Common Man Cast. We do a podcast on, well, okay, we don't have a schedule because we're like that.
Actually, we
But-
usually stream on Thursdays and record on Saturdays again.
For those interested in them, please check the description.
Yes, we are all members of the Common Man Cast. We talk about things we care about. We talk about things we don't care about because we're like that. We'll talk about anything that is geek nerdy, but I myself only speak for the Star Trek side of things. But
Warhammer wins.
okay, well, I will give you that. Praise be the Emperor. I mean, look at my avatar for crying out loud. The uplifting primer is my Bible. And I have to say that it's great to be here with Darth Revan. Subscribe to his channel
Good to hear
because
you, man.
fuck it, why not? What do you got to lose?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Rambling, my friend. Would you like to plug yourself?
Sure, why not? All right, so Rambling Canuk channel, I do a little bit of Star Trek, sci-fi, and of course karaoke every Saturday night at 9. So I get to get off this, have supper, and then start the karaoke show.
Wow.
I also run a secondary channel with Admiral Franklin of Doom, which is history with R&R. We just wrapped up Stalin, and in the next radio show, because we do a radio show every 2 weeks, because it takes me forever to edit the thing. We're starting the year big. So basically, the radio show is all voice acting. So there's no imagery; it's just voice acting. And we pick a certain point in history, and we recreate it with people you will know. So this Tuesday, our biggest radio show will drop that we've ever done, and it will have the usual cast: myself, Admiral of Doom, Jeff Franklin. It will also have Deej Odyssey. It will have Stone Cold Loki, Purple Valkyrie, Mexican Iron Man, and Chris Knight from the Real Review 3000.
Cool.
That sounds freaking awesome. Maxis, would you like to say your goodbyes?
Mm-hmm.
I fear that. Yeah, no, because no, I'd really not.
And also,
everybody
remember,
subscribe to Maxis because she's cool and awesome. If you don't do it, I'll cry.
Everyone subscribe to Maxis who doesn't have a YouTube channel.
And also,
really
kids, remember, when plugging yourself, only use fucking beanbags or rubber bullets.
Can I get a premium membership? Yeah.
Actually, when you're plugging yourself, I hear that there's a plug that really gets in there nice and tight, and that comes with a nice foxtail attached to the end.
So
I
it's what
wouldn't know
DC's
about
doing
that,
to
buddy.
Batman?
Where you been hanging out?
Sounds like you've been to the Ren Fair one too many times.
Come back here, little boy. Let me show you my leather cup.
Excuse me, I've been to Catholic Circus. Can you go, please?
Jeez, man.
He's been hanging out. Subscribe to Max.
CSA, would you like to give any of the stuff?
I mean, I have a YouTube channel, but I haven't done jack shit with it. So,
you got some videos.
Okay, so me
I
and CSA, we were talking and things like that, and CSA is going to be like putting stuff out and working with me on more streams. So is Maxis, and we've got a few different things lined up. You guys who are here have an open invitation to us, and a lot of my streams in the future, guys, in the chat, I would just like to say are invitation only. I do not do open lines.
Right.
Okay?
Makes sense.
So, yeah. So
makes sense.
today was a special stream. So in the future, guys, I will not be taking people in from the chat because it is not an open streams. I actually had a couple of people invited who never bothered to show up because apparently they hate me.
Wow. Well, I showed up and played heavily, so
you showed up just to fight me.
So, Revan, then,
okay, so I
hate
did.
you.
So what?
Should I get my bald eagle to go after him because I've been training it to use new hardware and it's kind of
No, because one of the people I invited was the goddess of the char, and she would blind
Your
you.
bald eagle named Freedom.
Incidentally, that was not her fault. That was family related.
No. I know. I'm just joking around. Okay, so hold on. 10 seconds to go. Okay, so thank you to everyone for showing up. And thanks to the chat for just sticking around and watching.